No worries. I'll need that afterwards, that's a bit more shit on it. So, can you transfer it or?
There's one in that. Okay. So it's not recording. Live. I'm doing like radio. Yeah, we'll probably have to do that. Post, like, add the graphics. Yeah. Not a screen, it's only like a video. Yeah, the video,
They'll manually add in.
yeah.
What's your extreme power? Is that up there?
It's up there in the yellow box. That battery was power.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's another way to get it.
I don't have any independent side. Apparently, it has lasted.
What battery is it? 12 off?
That one. Split battery. I don't know what's about it.
Anyway, I'm going to get back on it.
I recorded a live stream the first half.
Yeah, it can only charge the split charger.
Second half to come here, and it's been a really dominant performance from Rugby to begin things. They've been on top throughout, but a chance for Fine Rugby now then to create something from the kickoff. Herrera. The line speed at first receiver is just suffocating, but a great offload to free Denning.
I might have a 12 volt.
Lovely footwork. But it's been dislodged in the tackle. And Urbino comes round the corner. Maybe the shortest player in the team, but he's absolutely rapid with great line speed and as shown, but also some great footwork. 2 knock-ons there. The first was from Fine Rugby now. So it looks like Rugby will have some set piece to play with.
Well, I'll be over it. So what time sort of done after this game?
Well, unfortunately, there's a player down at the moment for Rugby. I think it is the recently introduced Lilu Urbino, who was excellent in our game live, where Rugby took on Legion Black. Well, thankfully the injured player is able to walk off the field, accompanied by Fanny Said, the Rugby coach, and we'll start with a scrum in favour of the French side, who already lead by 4 unanswered tries. Narrow with the feed. Narrow feeds a scrum that goes flying through. Excellent line speed, however, from Dennis. But they do get it away. Here's Metier with the ball out wide. A physical carry from the try scorer, Bezian. And a penalty. Quick tap from Metier, gets the ball away. It's a bit loose in midfield, but suddenly there's no one home, and there's nothing but green grass in front of Waraba. Freshly on the field and steaming in. Well, yet another score on the board for Rugban, who are in a commanding lead. Chipped into midfield. And Fine Rugby now go back against the grain. A top run from Ollie Ross, who's been really impressive today for them. Ball from Dennis at 9. But the drive through the centre cut off by Waraba. Dennis once again at 9. Finds Denning, who takes in at first receiver. It's behind Dennis, the offload. She does well to get back and try and collect. She rolls onto it. But the French are all over her. And it has been stripped by Waraba, hunting for her second, but thankfully a knock-on. Just lets Fine Rugby now off the hook for now. Shoots out for Dennis. And then a change of direction. Looking to get onto the outside. Penalty goes Fine Rugby now's way. Ambitious from the touchline. Yelling and crying, let's get things going. But it's been turned over at the breakdown. Dennis with a great tackle for Fine Rugby now. But it's Rugban in the end who lose possession. What a shot that was then by Dennis. Knock on then that goes Fine Rugby now's way. They don't have a lot of time to change things in this game, but they would love to get a score on the board. Great counter drive from Rugban Sevens. And once again, they're in possession, in a threatening position for Fine Rugby now. A top carry through the centre by Cardoso. All the way wide they go. It's just through the hands of Waraba. Backwards, so still they play. And ball in hand inside the 22. Cardoso. Hustled by a plethora of green shirts. Penalty. Quick tap from Narao. Here's Busquet. Out wide they go, stepping off the right. Asamene touches down out wide for another score to seal it. To put all the bells on top of this wonderful performance. Rugban have come over from Paris following their success at the JC Technical in Paris, the technique competition. They've put on a real show here. Conversion just shy from way out on that left-hand side. Still time for another. Narrow, quick to get the game back underway. Narrow with the kickoff then. Has options left and right. Goes to that right-hand side as once again the sun dips behind the clouds here in Peterborough. What a take off the kickoff that is. Wilkins received the offload. Little goose step. Looking to get inside and out of Narao. Good carry. Stolen at the breakdown, but not legally. Pereira with the quick tap. Good line from Denning. Pereira looking to free the ball, but it's just gone down. It's a knock-on. And that will bring this final to a close. An excellent performance by Rugban. As expected, serious pedigree the French side brought to this competition, and well, an excellent performance, flawless sevens. And they are deserved victors here at the Peterborough Sevens on the Lit 7 series. A fantastic result. And they have come across the English Channel and they have conquered. Well, 2 more finals to come live here from Peterborough, the Lit 7 series. Up next, it'll be the men's social final where the LU Sevens Rugby 7 side will take on Onga. That's be live in just a few moments here from the Peterborough Sevens. Completely up to you. If you want to hold this final for a bit. If you want to hold this final, obviously it's completely up to you. I'll find out. Did you have some kind of like time when the stream might come back?
This guy's coming with the extension lead now, so when we get that plugged in, we should be able to get a stream going.
Almost just out. So just come sit down and get involved. Well, we return then to our penultimate fixture of the day, live here for the Lit 7 series in Peterborough. It is the men's social final, but there is absolutely nothing social about it. LU Sevens take on Onga Sevens, both sides with a slight hope of catching Fine Rugby now. If they can be victorious here, it might just accumulate them enough points to overtake the organisers, and that is a lovely last-ditch tackle for LU Sevens. It's LU Sevens in the dark blue and purple playing from left to right, but it's Onga on the offensive, racing away in their pink and yellow, and it will be Kareem Issa eventually to touch down and open the scoring. James Padfield is alongside me from Onga. The perfect start for your side.
Yeah, it's a great start for my side. Kareem's, he's been practicing it a long time. He's always very quick off the ball. But very luckily, we had massive crowd on the ball, number 15. He very bouncing off his feet. It's a very great ground here actually today in Peterborough. And
John Bocker is with us from LU Sevens. It's a really unique community, really, LU Sevens, a unique organisation in what they offer, and you've done excellently well in the social scene so far. Not a perfect start to this fixture though.
Yeah, I know, definitely, but I'm excited to see what my boys are going to do, and let's see what they have.
Well, let's see what they have in response. Excellent conversion from way out on the left-hand side as well. And that's got Onga in the ascendancy. James, talk to us a little bit about Onga's path to this men's social final.
So we've been in a fair few social tournaments for the last 4 or 5 years. And honestly, this is probably the penultimate. We're in a final here. We did National Pub Sevens a couple of years ago. But this, it really is all of us finally coming together here, and I can really feel it. It's just like a passion for it. It's brilliant.
And Onga on defensive duties for the moment, looking to hunt over the breakdown, flicked off the deck excellently well by Alfie Harris. And then charging up through the centre is Rendell. There's still Onga players all over the breakdown, but here is Harris. Flicks it off the deck to keep the attack alive. It's a smaller LU7 side in stature, but they've still got some big runners. Like Will Nelson hurtling up through the centre, and he draws a penalty out of Kene Eze as well. Well, John, it's a little bit better to keep hold of the ball, but struggling to get much go forward at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like it. I think the boys just really need to find their game, take their time, be patient, and the gaps will open up.
Excellent offload in the contact by Harris, wrapped up by a couple of Onga players, and then chipped in behind. And there's a foot race on, which Kareem Issa will win, but he's got plenty for company, including Luke Hayward, who just about gets a hold of him. It's an ambitious ball on the inside. Cramwell finds a pass, and now they're looking to open up the field through Borton. Borton taking on all comers. He's got just Harris to beat, and Borton's on the outside, and he will race away. Borton under a hint of pressure, but it doesn't faze him as he just shuffles off the last defender, and he will score. Onga's second. A great finish, James.
Yeah, I mean, well done to Ollie. I mean, I taught him everything he knows. Luckily, the win's against him. Well, sorry, with him. But incredible work from Ollie there. Fucking go! Oh, sorry.
Well, an excellent start to the game for Onga, who are 2 tries up against LU Sevens. Of course, Dan Harris, the former Argentine Sevens assistant coach, is part of this setup. It's a really passionate coaching team, John, and you feel as though they could spark something to bring you back into this game.
Oh, 100%. Like, we all know the game of sevens. Anything can change at any point in the game. There are only 2 tries up. We're still in the first half, I think. We're still in the early stages of the game, so I'm excited to see what the boys can do.
Plenty of sevens pedigree in this LU Sevens side, of course, all from the Henley College system, a lot of them, which always perform well at the likes of Roslyn Park, but that's excellent pressure straight from the kickoff. It was piled onto Hayward, and he's put it down, but in the end, the knock-on means that LU can sweep up. It's Rawcliffe back there with his dustpan and brush, and now taking on Borton in the tram lines. A thunderous shot comes in from behind by Albert. But LU Sevens have marched their way towards halfway in this social final. Teasing footwork in the centre of midfield. And here's the gas man Hayward skipping through a few. Lovely footwork, and then wrapped up by Kareem Issa. Forward passes the call. Up goes the linesman's flag, and a threatening set piece for Onga. John, what needs to change for LU Sevens to get a foothold in this game?
I really think we just need to get the ball out, get the ball to, obviously, our quicker players. Luke Hayward on the wing over there, I think we need to give him more ball and get him on the ball more so we can hopefully get a try from it.
Onga up by 2 tries with a scrum in a reasonably threatening position. They've got the whole field to the right-hand side to play with, to be fed by Dave Hale. Dave Hale with Kareem Issa at first receiver. Here he is. Borton to his right. And he'll look to take them on himself, and Borton is around Hayward, and he's touching down for another score. Just about gets it to deck. And well, that is a delightful try. Some individual brilliance, the difference between these two, and James Onga running away with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very well done. It's not just the individual. Ollie is incredible, but the team are doing very well here. That scrum was inch perfect. It's brilliant. Benny Albert on the hook, incredible.
And it's brother of Matty Cramwell, Ben Cramwell, onto the field now at number 4, as Borton takes his leave after 2 excellent solo efforts. Have got Onga on top. LU Sevens have yet to really create anything from outside of their own half, and now the short kickoff. This time it will just roll kindly into the path of Hale, and he's off to the races. Hale. LU Sevens over the ball. Excellent work at the breakdown, and they win the penalty, and that's the kind of let-off that they were desperately in search of here. Oh, wonderful running. Just soft hands to bump off the defenders. Will Nelson. Nelson with Cramwell for company. Big tackle comes in there from the other Cramwell of the Matty variety. And Ben with his hands in there. The Cranwells are all over LU. But it's a penalty. Rendell with the tap. Well, here's Howe. Back on the inside. Sheehan assessing his options. Penalty for LU. This is their chance to get back in the game. Sheehan, well, there's a knock on there, but they'll play with penalty advantage. Bursting up through the centre is Rawcliffe. And that's a third penalty in quick succession. And there could be a card coming here for Onga. Or at the very least, a warning. Kareem Issa, the skipper on field. That's a warning. One more penalty and someone will see the bin. Lovely stepping inside and out. Reaching from close range. Luke Hayward over. LU Sevens back in the contest. John, a really important try.
Yeah, definitely. And as you can see, that all came from Will Nelson there with the break. And he is really unstoppable once he gets going with his handoff. But excellent play, great execution, and hopefully we can bring it back.
Well, they're certainly in the fixture. An important score right on the brink of half-time. It's been a thrilling men's social cup final. Onga quickest out of the blocks, and then they kept the pressure on. LU Sevens with an important response right before the break. Still all to play for here in our penultimate game at the Peterborough Sevens in the Lit 7 series. In the men's social final, it's Onga who hold a 3-1 try advantage over LU Sevens with 7 minutes still to come. Second half to play here live in this men's social cup final, our penultimate game of the day before the men's cup final in the open competition. It's a great take from Sheehan off the kickoff, but it's LU Sevens in possession and 2 tries down. Looking to create something from nothing, from deep in their own half. Lovely fend and great acceleration, but Cramwell with the intersection. Cramwell grabs a hold of it. Hands it off to Russell. Russell finds a pass. The ball goes to ground. I think we'll be back for a scrum for LU Sevens. John Botcher from LU Sevens alongside me. Bright start to the second half for your team.
Yeah, no, 100%. As you can see, there was Tom Twidle with the ball, and he really just has the ability to create something out of nothing. As you can see right there, it didn't quite go our way, but hopefully things start looking up for us.
And James Padfield of Onga Sevens. It's been a really impressive showing in this cup final so far, but still in danger here.
Yeah, we were very lucky there. Old Ben Cramwell is long limbs. He managed to reach in there and grab that pass there, but very well done to Ben.
Well, Cramwell was beaten with a left foot step, and Onga will be reduced to 6 because a deliberate knock-on denying a try-scoring opportunity from Kareem Issa means he will be in the bin for the next few moments. John, LU Sevens have to capitalise from here.
Yes, 100%. We really need a try here, or else this final isn't looking great. But hopefully we can stay in it and get going.
Well, an unforced error in an unfortunate time, but LU Sevens will know they've got the man advantage and they'll be defending as such. A couple of fresh faces on the field, Reece Buchanan and Jude Griffin, both on for LU Sevens. Well, it's a strong scrum from Onga. And they somehow come away with it. The ball was loose, but they're in possession. And the 6 men of Onga still maintain their 2-try advantage. And what a carry that is up the jumper from Kene Eze. And Eze gets the pass away. Here's Ben Cramwell. Cramwell, Eze again. Takes on Reece Buchan at full extension and draws the penalty. Quick tap from Cramwell. And here's Broughton. Big try in the first half. Stepping inside and out. And right through the hole he goes, getting the better of Rendell on this occasion. And Broughton has yet another score. One of Onga's most dangerous players in that outside centre channel. And he's turning the screw here on LU Sevens. Onga lead by 4 tries to 1, with surely 2 extras to be added on top. James, what a time to score.
Absolutely incredible. Ollie Broughton, stunner on the pitch. He always moves, but you don't expect him to move, and he keeps going, he can't disadvantage against Kene, number 6. He really put a shift in there to get through the first few tackles. Absolutely incredible.
Kene Eze scored a couple of tries today for Onga. It was important setting that one up here. And there's plenty of instructions coming from the sideline for LU Sevens, this group of young, developing rugby players. We taught a bit of a lesson here by the senior men. Good take, but equally a strong line speed from Hale. Clever footwork from Griffin. And maybe a little bit of space out wide. Lovely step. Good drive from Buchanan. Just moving it from right to left in first phase. Reece Buchanan will try his luck, but he's swamped by colourful shirts, and it's been ripped on the deck by Issa back onto the field, and then his pass is forward. So perhaps a bit of a let-off there for LU Sevens. They'll have a set piece to try and create something. Couple of changes in the offing as well. Connor Stewart onto the field. Andrew Russell once again enters the fray. George Harris, the captain, to feed this scrum. And Harris does well to get it away. Griffin, Sheehan. Buchan goes direct and is dragged down, but high tackle is the call. Quick tap, and Harris wants it. More patient from LU Sevens, but they're desperate to carve an opportunity. Sheehan, good leg drive. Harris is there in support. Howe. There's no one outside, so instead it's Rendell going alone. Really strong tackle. But Stewart's off his feet. Harris. Lovely crossfield kick, and it's tapped back by Borton. What can he create on the counter? Harris gets a hold of him. Offload to Stewart. Sheehan just about keeps hold. Lovely offload, but put down. and some broken field perhaps for LU Sevens to create. But look how quickly Onga reformed their line. This breathless period of play feels like it's gone on for an age. Diving into the breakdown, off their feet however, so a penalty and surely a quick tap. Cramwell's offside. So the two number 7s have at it. Randall and Albert. And finally a bit of pace taken off the game. Sheehan. Lovely footwork, Sheehan's away. Wonderful, inside and out from the Midlands centre player. Well, Worcester got a live wire on their hand, but he taps it down. Call from the sideline is let's get on with things, because they've got more to give if they want to get back into this final. But it's too late. Kane Sheehan's wonderful finish will not be enough to drag the game back into LU Sevens' hands. Onga, with their impressive start to the game, did enough in the end to win the game by 4 tries to 2. John, not the perfect performance from LU Sevens, but lessons learnt, and it's been a really successful time within the Lit 7 series regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Unfortunately, the finals didn't go away, but I'm super proud of the boys and where we've come today. So good stuff, and really proud, yeah.
And James, a fitting conclusion to a talented Onga side that have been on the rise throughout the Sevens calendar.
Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I was unfortunate from old Belly Albert number 7 there to let in that last try, that poor tackle. But maybe why he got dropped by under-16 Scotland.
Well, we'll let you gents go and celebrate. Thank you very much for joining us here live, and we'll move right ahead to the final game here at the Peterborough Sevens on the Lit 7 series. It is the Men's Open Cup final. The occasions do not come much bigger than this. After a long day of Sevens, onto the field, led out by their French counterparts, it's Seventies taking on Shogun Rugby. That's live in just a few moments' time. Because I want that footage as well.
Yeah. There was some really good ones.
Here we are then, it's all come down to this. It's Seventies of France taking on Shogun Sevens, one of the most established names on the elite circuit. An early penalty goes the way of Seventies. They won the Lit Sevens final back in 2021, beating China on that occasion. A well-established elite side, champions in Amsterdam in 2019, champions in LA this year, and racing away, perhaps to be champions here in Peterborough. Second place in Paris last week at the JC Technique as well, so they've got pedigree, Seventies, but well, it'll be a line-out for Shoguns on this occasion, and what is there left to be said about Shogun Rugby? Founded way back in 1996, they've won everything there is to win on the domestic circuit here. Simon Hunt has done an excellent job with his Shogun Katana side today. But from the line-out, however, it's a turnover, and it's in possession of Seventies. Alex Rousset's side are on the offensive, and they've climbed up to halfway from the kickoff. Oh, barnstorming run up through the centre. Great carry by Maxime Blanc. And now the field might open up. Another powerful run through the centre by Oliver Fagan. Out the back door to keep it alive. And then checking back over the top of Fagan. Here's Matthew Fold. And then look at the change of pace from Victor Perina. Drags in a couple of defenders. Fold putting the hammer down. Numbers on the wraparound. It's just through the hands of Maxime Blanc. Part of France's development squad in the Sevens circuit. unable to keep a hold of that one. It would have certainly been the first try. Well, Sevens had to see off the incredibly talented Legion White side on their way to the final. Shoguns, of course, put a number on Saints Gold in their semi-final. And they'll look to run it out here. It's Connor Tantum to feed the scrum. He's got Yap outside him, and Yap under pressure. Great footwork to relieve some of it. Over the ball goes Fold. But it's back to Tantum. Lovely footwork, inside and out. Strong clear out. Here's Yap of Blundell School, one of the youngest players on the field today for Shoguns. And there might be a bit of space out wide. What a foot race this is. Perina's on the chase. Ball back on the inside. Perina makes the chop. Great offload, and it's just loose. Shoguns can't keep a hold of it. Best attacking opportunity of the game so far goes wanting. Great defence from Victor Perina, described by his teammates as a Parisian Casanova. For now, though, it will be a scrum in Sevens' favour. On the wraparound, looking to create a bit of space, but the pass goes wanting. But Perina will regather. Stepping inside and out. Where's he off to? Straight down the throat of the Shoguns. What a turnover. Hugely important. Yap. And now they're off to the races here. Back on the inside. Golden Clark there in support. Parsons, Yap. Freddie Skinner. Parsons almost through the hole. Great offload. Stepping off the right. Driving in to score. What a try for the Shoguns, and they do not need many opportunities like that. Deep in Sevens territory, they make it count. Their first visit to the Sevens 22 results in a score. And Lucas Yap, wide from close range. One wonders if he'll come to rue those opportunities. We'll wait and see. As on comes Trent Storen to lightly take this kickoff, the Australian native. Well, we've lost the ball as it's deep down the shores, the bottom of the field, so we'll have a little bit of time off. Well, Trent Storen leaving it to young Lucas Yap. And he hooks it to the left-hand side where Rory Case is the target, but it's an excellent take by Maurice Muti. Over the ball goes Golden Clark, but the penalty goes the other way. Change of direction and then the switch, looking to create an overlap. In comes the fend for Maxime Blanc. Some pace injected onto the ball by Julien Bleu. What an offload that is, and away they go. Just the sweeper to beat, all wrapped up by red and white. But what field position for Sevens? They've got to score from here. Good carry by Fagan. Fagan still driving on. Lifts it to Blanc. Fagan in support. He's Kylian Barre with the pass out wide to Maurice Muti. Oh, out the back door, Barre battling with Golden Clark. And Golden Clark, Yap and co have a hold of him. Mayas Muti. Oh, and in the end, through the breakdown, Oliver Fagin will stroll in. Well, after all that hard work, they made it look rather simple there. But 70s are on level terms with a chance to go in front here with the conversion. It'll be Matthew Fold. Wide of the left hand upright. What a final we have for you here in our final game of the Lit 7 series here in Peterborough. In the men's open final, 70s fresh off the back of their second place finish at the JC Technique in Paris and their wins at Las Vegas in the Sevens circuit this season are held at the break by Shoguns. Competing on two fronts today, the Shoguns in Bury and here in Peterborough, and still they've made it to this final at a canter. But they're held at the break by 70s. 7 more minutes to play here in Peterborough, locked up at 5 apiece.
And then it was a game of how quickly can I eat it versus how quickly is it going to fall out. Well, I had that on me, I was like, I don't think it falls out. Yeah, I'm not wearing the colours to spot.
Are we doing the jerseys?
Well, a second half that could go either way. We've already had one game go to Golden Point today. That was the Women's Bowl final, which the Legion Black side scored quickly into extra time. We're a long way from that at the moment. It's 5 apiece, just the one try, but it'll be 70s to nudge off here. Tap back off the kickoff. There's the miss pass, looking to open up the pitch. Here's Golden Clark of Exeter Rugby Club. Through the first tackle, Golden Clark turns on the afterburners, taking on Fold. And there's a big shot. Parsons, wide they go. Big fend, driving through the contact. What a carry this is from Golding. Penalty goes the way of 70s. That's an end to the Shoguns' offensive for now. Back inside to the try scorer. Oliver Fagin, almost through the hole. Raucous French support from the far touchline as well throughout the break. Penalty. On a card as well. Well, what a game-changing decision that might be. A yellow card. Freddie Skinner of Exeter University given his marching orders, and now 70s will play with a man advantage. Onto the field comes Kylian Barret. And look at the injection of pace, stepping off the left. Julien Bleu may go all the way. One man to beat, gets outside the sweeper. And then Matthew Fold puts the brakes on. Oh, and what acceleration! Fold has bemused the Shogun backline. He's sived his way through. And the 6 men of the Shogun Katanas now trail for the first time in the entire competition to 70s. As every second passes, we reach a new record for how long the Shoguns have been behind today. A credit to 70s and the ability they have on show. They're also in the Algarve, at the Algarve Invitational Sevens, of course, recently as well as playing in Hong Kong in the 10s. They get around the 70s side. kickoff to come. Taken cleanly. Switch on the inside. Here's Trent Storren looking to create. Golden Clark. Big step. And then a thundering collision with Fold. Changing the direction of the attack, looking to overload the short side. Well, he's bumped off his man. He may have led with an elbow there. We'll just see what the referees are discussing. It caused an awful lot of uproar from the French supporters on the far side. And they are indeed having a conversation, the match officials. All the noise you can hear is, of course, from Rugby Sevens, the victorious women's side. Oh, and it's a red card. A red card has been shown for leading with the arm. Silver lining, Freddie Skinner's back on the field, so Shoguns will stay at 6 players, but they will have to get back into this final. A man down throughout. Leading with the elbow, in contact. And they've taken the quick tap. What can they create? Lovely step from Perina. Victor Perina into contact, over the ball they go. But there'll be an overload at one side of the pitch at all times here. Fold, skipping away, and now it's a dart for the corner that Sevens will win. And they go further in front. Well, Shoguns will be victorious across the Lit 7 series regardless, but what a statement by Sevens to rock up here in Peterborough and turn them on their own heads here. It was Anth Jackson who saw red from the referee. He's not best pleased about this decision, it could be said. On comes Nathan Beasley. What kind of difference can he make in these closing stages? They now trail by 2 tries. Victorious at every leg of the Lit 7 series so far. Peterborough will be their downfall if Sevens can hold on here. They've done it in LA, in Paris, in Hong Kong, in Amsterdam, and Peterborough now. Another Sevens festival to add to their repertoire. Well, a hint of an early shot from Victor Perina. And here come the Shoguns with a great injection of pace, desperate to find an offload. A penalty advantage is all they'll come away with. Storren plays 9. The holes are opening up in midfield. Storren again. Battling his way through Perina. And they've stacked up the short side, looking for some space. Great fend. But Reeder driven into touch. Back for the penalty, however. Freddie's Skinner and Reeder operating down this right-hand side at the moment. Quick tap by Skinner. Storren into the widest Shogun's hands. And there's cover everywhere for Sevens. They need a score, and they need it soon. Great injection of pace onto the ball. A thunderous contact. Quintin Elbour wears the shot really well, but another penalty has been drawn. Alex Earnshaw takes the tap. Storren stepping inside and out and then putting the hammer down. What acceleration out wide. Shoguns will have a score. But it may be too little and too late. Sevens still lead by a single try. This will be some conversion from deep on the left. He winds up. What a connection. But the flag stays down just wide of the uprights. Matthew Fold of 70s in just conversation with the referee. How long left to go, I imagine, is within that frame of questioning. Lucas Yap hangs it high. Victor Perina underneath it. And he nudges it off field because 70s know that time is up. Shoguns have been beaten. The first leg of the Lit 7 series that will not be claimed by the Katanas goes to 70s. An excellent performance in the final. They were helped out by a couple of cards, one yellow and one red. In the end, they had the quality to create a couple of outstanding scores that took the game beyond them. Just the one try between the two finalists. It's 70s of France who have taken victory away from the Shoguns, and that brings us to a close in what has been an excellent day of sevens across the board. Rugby Sevens of France took the Women's Cup. The Social Cup was taken by Onga, who may finish the series just agonisingly close behind Fine Rugby now in the social category. But in the men's, although they will taste victory overall, the Shoguns have been felled by the French side 70s. Well, an excellent day of rugby sevens in the beautiful weather here at Peterborough in our final leg of the Lit 7 series. Thank you for joining us across the day. We'll have presentations still to come here in Peterborough, but from us here on the stream, thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye.